Hey, welcome back, guys. Now I'm going to do a quick, easy, simple video about what does a school bus driver do while they're sick. Now, unfortunately, this week I am living proof. My voice is not 100% yet because this is going to be a 3-day week for me. I started getting sick Monday. I missed my day job and my mid-route job Tuesday and Wednesday because I was sick. So I figured it'd be a great idea just to do a quick video about how do you know when to call out. And so basically you want to call out as soon as you know that you're not going to be well enough to drive. So I started getting sick Monday. I drove Monday morning and evening. I started getting a sore throat early in the morning, and I just kept getting worse and worse as the day went through. Monday night, I just continued going downhill, got worse. About 11 o'clock at night, I was just coughing, I was cold. I wasn't running a fever, but I was like pretty much flu symptoms without the fever. I started having like minor body aches, hard to sleep, tossing, turning, coughing, sneezing, everything, all the nasty stuff. So I knew about 11 o'clock at night that I needed to be out the next day. I called our transportation. Of course, no one answered. It's 11 o'clock at night. But what they want you to do is, as soon as you know that you're going to be out, call the number that your dispatch gives you or your transportation supervisor, so they'll let you know who to call. So you just call that person, leave a message, because they usually wake up like at 4 a.m. to check the messages and see who's going to be out. So, of course, they sent me a message about 5 o'clock, get well soon. Also, as a school bus driver, if you're getting sick and you're going to take medication, some medications out there are going to affect how you think, how you feel. Are you going to be groggy, sleepy, and things like that? So if you're going to take medication, that's probably a good sign, especially some of the nighttime stuff, like the NyQuil or stuff that's just going to affect you. Those are the stuff where you need to be careful taking if you're going to be driving a 20-ton school bus, because you're talking about the lives of all the kids on board, as well as people that's in their cars going to work in the morning. So if you don't feel safe driving a school bus, you probably need to call out. And if you're taking medications that's going to affect, you're dizzy, coughing, things like that, your reaction time is going to be a lot slower than regular. Like I was looking on Google yesterday, and it said that for the common cold, just the common cold, you can actually reduce your reaction time by 10%. Sometimes when you're out on the streets, when people are pulling out in front of you, running your stop sign, that 10% reaction time of having an accident versus not having an accident. But now, when you get into stuff like influenza, that could actually be more close to 40% of your reaction time. Of course, some people it affects more than others, but yeah, when you're sick, your reaction time goes down if you're not feeling well. So when a school bus driver calls out, it does cause a mini chain reaction at dispatch, because they gotta, look to see what other drivers are available. Maybe they might be able to find a driver who'd done the route before. So whenever you call out sick, it ain't just affecting us bus drivers, it's also affecting dispatch. And remember, even though bus drivers get sick, it's also about safety comes first, always first. But you guys want to know what I did while I was sick. Well, first of all, I slept a lot in the bed. Secondly, whenever I was awake, I would try to, I'm always the type of person, I love to learn something new every day. So I would just be on YouTube looking at different things. And I found something that kind of blew my mind. And I figured I would just show it right here.
How many calculations do you think your graphics card performs every second while running video games with incredibly realistic graphics? Maybe 100 million? Well, 100 million calculations a second is what's required to run Mario 64 from 1996. We need more power. Maybe 100 billion calculations a second? Well, then you would have a computer that could run Minecraft back in 2011. In order to run the most realistic video games, such as Cyberpunk 2077, you need a graphics card that can perform around 36 trillion calculations a second.
Wow. I mean, I went through a bunch of stuff. I went like how the graphic cards work, how the CPUs work, and then I started watching these other videos about the rise and fall of GoPro, the rise and fall of Elastic Pickles, the rise and fall of Circuit City, Radio Shack. This guy does a lot of these other videos, and I started watching some of his stuff. And stuff like that, and I started like researching also like what some other YouTube videos I could do. This one right here about what did I do when I got sick, and then I started looking like, you know, look, emergency exit windows. And remember, I just did a video about the history of emergency exit windows. If you want to watch that one, click right here. If you want to learn about emergency hatches, click right here. Or if you want to learn about how to survive a school bus crash, I'll leave a little card right up here. So anyways, guys, I hope you have a good weekend. I'm still recovering, so I'm going to be resting up.